All right. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakar HaKodash, the bonnets to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, salutation, brothers doing his work of sincerity and the truth. The hopeful elect, our brothers waiting every day for Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai to return so we can get out this place. Peace, salutation to you, brothers. Just want to have like an exhortation. While we was at camp yesterday, older Jake woman walked up and basically tried to critique us on our the way we spoke. You know, we might slip out a couple of words here and there, which in turn, it's gonna be done. You know, we might say so-called cuss words. But the world looks at. Um, I mean, they will walk up to us and say how we spoke, but not even speak to the passage that they deal with. Matter of fact, most of them probably won't even go to church. So this is gonna be a quick lesson. It's just the fact that to point out that even apostles, spoke rude. I mean, spoke so-called rude words. Even Yahweh Shai even spoke certain words. Okay. So just want to get into a scripture. First, let's go to Colossians 2:8. It says, beware lest any man spoil you for the philosophies and in vain deceits, after the traditions of men, after the rudiments of the world, not after Yahweh Shai. Some of these people will come in a certain type of manner like they come in a holier thou way. The Jake woman had walked up and while we're speaking. Now, didn't see her, she was never around, but what it entails is that she heard us before. And I guess a demon got on her to come and try to question us real quick about how we speak. But you think about how the ways of this world to do. I mean, she wouldn't understand if we even said it, even if we broke it down, or what Paul replied to her. So it's really not a. It's really you really can't even deal with Jake really. They look at everything as. They look at it, this word. They look at the way you speak as something they can as something bad. But when you can't refute that the spirit was on on the men that's out here doing it. What was her church at? Even if she went to so-called church, what was her camp? What was her sons? Is her sons doing this work? Is her husband doing this work? Is she even really care about the name of the Lord? Does she even ask about what are we doing? No. You know. So it's really not conducive to even speak to these people. But we still have to teach. You, the word is still trying to put us in the box. With eloquent speech, which some brothers can speak well, and most brothers probably can't. Or probably just expressing themselves in the way that the spirit is having them express themselves. So we pay them no mind. All right. Okay. So let's go. This is Mark 7:9. It says, and he said unto them, full well. All right, let's go to the word full well. It is on the Greek. It's kalos. Okay, it says beautifully fine, excellency. And well. Basically, it's good. All right, full well. You reject. So they rejected. They rejected. It was rejected. It said, let me read it again. It says, full well you reject the commandments. They good. They're happy to reject the commandments of the Most High. Ye may keep your own traditions. That you may keep your own traditions. So, the way that the traditional church is they're 501c3 oriented. They can't speak on who the Israelites are. And they come in there and they woo the people with their words. But hey, they rather be lied to than really to be given the truth. Jake is simple, and they love it to be so. Okay. Excuse me, thank you. Okay, this is Isaiah 30:10. It says, "What say for the seers?" The seers is a prophet. See not. So you see us out here, we speaking. You say, "See not, man. Don't prophesy these things to come." That's what a lot of them say, and that's why that demon came up on that woman to come and ask us about what we were speaking, but never asked us about what we were speaking about. And to the prophets, and prophesy not unto us right things, but speak unto the smooth things. So they want the masters continue to go over their eyes, and that's the tradition of men. It says, and prophesies deceits, right? Let's go to the word smooth things. Okay, and the word is kalkal, all right, and that's in the Greek 25:32. It says a small part. It says smoothness. It says flattery. So they wanted to be flattered. The Lord is gonna bless you with a house. The Lord is gonna come and He's gonna save everybody, because really Jake doesn't have a understanding that the Most High Yahweh Shem Shah is going to save Israelites. And also they hear about the destruction to come, so they fear things. So if everybody can make it, they still safe. So I can still do what I want to do in this world and continue on with the ways that I'm going to do it and not have any consequences. So that's why they like the way that these preachers speak. They want to be flattered. Okay. Let me read that again. It's Isaiah 30:10, which say, let me go back. Let me go to 9. Isaiah 20:9, it says, Isaiah 30:9, it says, this is a rebellious people, lying children that would not hear the law of the Lord. And that's what she wouldn't want to hear. They didn't want to. She didn't want to hear what we had to say. She wanted to critique us. So she can have something over us. When she could have just went on with her day. Okay, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophet, prophesy not unto us right things, but speak unto us smooth things, and prophesy to see. So they want to be led astray. They don't want the glory of the words of the kingdom, because they revel in this world. And this world is going to fall. And what they don't get is the world is about to crash. Lights going to go out. Food shortages. Troops, martial law troops. Killings. Edomite groups coming in your state. Hell, Jake groups killing, raping. It's going to get worse. The little words we said, which is basically not accepted and so-called accepted in the world, but I bet you at home she's talking crazy to her children, or she's talking crazy to her husband, or she's talking crazy, and don't see that. All right. Let's get to the point. This is 2 Corinthians, because this is what it's really about. 2 Corinthians 11:6. Okay. 2 Corinthians 11:6. And this is what they don't understand, why men, that's why they tell us don't speak these things, speak of smooth things. Okay? But sometimes it gets people attention. And the attention is not what we're trying to get. We're trying to gather the elect. But the elect is out there. But it's also a ton of demons out there. So it's more evilness. It's more wickedness out there compared to the men of the Lord. So that's why we don't have big numbers, come out to the camps and listen, but we had enough that Yahweh Shema Shah has the number for. All right. Verse 6. This is a 2 Corinthians 11:6. It says, but though I be rude in speech, yet not of knowledge. But we have been thoroughly made manifest among you in all things, having committed all offenses, in basing myself, that you may be exalted, because I have preached to you the gospel of Yahweh Shemashah safely. Okay, let's go back to verse 6 again. The point is, the 6 is, but though I be rude in speech, but yet not knowledge. So yet not knowledge. So as you might hear me make a reference of fuck, shit, bitch, asshole, that was just the experience of that time and that's minute. But did you hear the rest of that you hear the whole sermon that we were speaking? No, you heard a word. And believe me, she wasn't around nowhere. What she probably heard was probably a week ago, 2 weeks ago, even if she heard us at the time. So she knows about us, and the Lord knows about the Israelites, man. There's so many sects of Israelites, but still the Israelite word, the word of that we're Israelites is coming out. Right now it's still being downplayed, So, hey, rude speech is going to happen, all right? I ain't come with the thieving, the thousand eloquent Othello speech, or of old England. But that's how it actually is, because even the Lord called these people vipers and scorpions, man. And that was rough words back then, man. We're gonna use that, and we're gonna use it. And there may be offenses, and offending the people, but still, whether I'm rude of speech, but not knowledge, but still, she did come and try to continue, and there was just no reason to speak, just break that spirit down and let it go, man. Let's read it again. This is 2 Corinthians 11:6. It says, but though I be rude of speech, yet not in knowledge. I mean, the world can't, when we are, we are a tremendous force in this word, man. But yet we have thoroughly made manifest among you and all things. So we would have dealt with her, but you could tell the spirit of it was going to be bullshit. Anybody to come up there without even trying to ask what we're up to, man, it's really not time to even deal with it. We're going to shake the dust and keep going. All right? That's why they call it rude. We're rude. We're rude to their ears. But to the elect ears, it's music. Okay. Get a couple of precepts off of this. Okay. I like this. So this is let's go to 1 Corinthians 2:1. Okay, it says, and I, brethren, when I came to you, I came not with excellency of speech. So even Paul was telling you, man, I ain't come with excellency of speech. It sound wild when you first hear it, but it's still music. It's still softening the ears of the men that it collects, even the Aquaf that hear it. It says, or wisdom declaring unto you the testimony of Yahweh. For I determined not to know anything among you, save Yahweh Shai. So we say Yahweh Shai, we know through the Spirit, because the words that we read, man, and him crucified. It says, and I was with you in weakness, and in fear, and in much trembling. So, hey, he came not, with excellent speech, but came with wisdom, man, declaring Yahweh Shai, man, the testimony of Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, I guess these people really don't get that my speech has nothing to do with the knowledge. Because the knowledge that Yahweh Shai imposed on men is really something to save, could have saved them. But Satan got to it to ask a ridiculous question. But what you don't understand, that is that's where it has to come. People have to be offended. But now, she'll go on with her day. So people that's first time hearing this, you're gonna have rude speech. You're gonna have people come up to you. Hell, you don't even have to so-called have cuss words. But sometimes brothers mess up words. Sometimes brothers' speeches, it's not quick. Sometimes brothers got lisps. Sometimes brothers say things that's foul, But still, it's that spirit on that man. For after that, this is 1 Corinthians 1:21. It says, for For after that, in the wisdom of the Yahweh Shema Shah, the world by wisdom knew not Yahweh Shema Shah. So she didn't know the wisdom of Yahweh Shema Shah. She didn't know that spirit was on these men. It says, and knew not Yahweh, it pleased Yahweh Shema Shah by the foolishness for preaching to save them that believe. So she wasn't even trying to understand. It's foolishness to them that we out there, cursing and everything else. But it's only for those that believe that come and grab onto the fold. The men that was out there waiting and standing by on the other side of the line, they wasn't offended. Because they understand that these things might come. Brothers ain't just blabbing. I might got pissed at the spirit, that she came with that without asking, because it makes us look like we're kind of pesky dudes that's out there just reveling and putting hell on in their ears because they want to go on with their Saturdays. You know what I mean? And here you come. Okay, this is Acts 24:5. It says, "For we have found this man a pestilent fellow." Pestilent. Let's go through the word pestilent. It said pestilent, a plague. They say Paul was a. They say he was a plague, man, an uncertain. This is from the Strong's 3061 in the Greek. It's pestilence. All right, that's not a good thing. A pestilent fellow. It says pest. You know what a pest is? Bug. Plague. It says a plague. Okay, so it wasn't a good thing what they were saying. And that's what they look at it. We're irritating on the highways and byways, but that doesn't mean nothing. But it says, though I be rude in speech. Yeah, now we didn't come with excellency of speech to come and just try to woo you. We come to the spirit, or the spirit is always gonna go to the men that's supposed to hear. Whether they hear it forbear, man, it's still gonna be go to the men that hear it, because the rest this thing ain't for the whole world. All right, let's go. It says, "For we have found this man a pestilent fellow and a mover of sedition among all the Jews." Right, because there's so many sects. And there's so many people. He said move all the Jews, but it's gonna go to the men that it's supposed to do. So Israel is collectively is getting together, especially the men of Great Millstone. But the name of Israel is coming out, because Israel is not all coming together at all. But the name of where Israelites is really out there, not coming out. It's out there. That we're the Jews and we're the 12 tribes of Israel that were put in slavery, that we finally returned to our heritage. Jews throughout the world and the ringleaders. This is going through the four corners of the earth when we do these epistles, man. And the ringleader and a sect of the Nazarenes, So, hey, shit, we could be so-called sects of the Nazarenes, which came, Galileans and things of that nature, man. Okay? They look at us like that, man. So words, the fence is going to, the ears of these people are not going, the scriptures say that their ears are waxing fat. They don't hear that. They hear what traditional men might say, or what their pastor didn't teach them. This is 1 Corinthians 2:13, because it's really supposed to be quick, but the Spirit wanted to go on. He says, which thing also I speak not in the words which man's wisdom, because we don't speak in man's wisdom teaches, but which the Holy Spirit teaches. We speak the things that Yahweh Shema Shah teaches, and how it comes is coming rough, man. Comparing the spiritual things with spiritual. So we comparing all the things that Yahweh Shema Shah has ordained to the things that's comparable to what you would do, what we teach about. If we speak on the things, we compare it to that thing. That's what we do. It's the spiritual is spiritual. If it's wicked, it's wicked, and we call it so. Okay. This is 2 Corinthians 10:10. It says, "For with his letters say they are weighty." Okay, the word weighty goes into basically heavy. And some say rude, some say violent and cruel. As they say, it's violent and cruel and powerful. Though I be rude in speech, but not knowledge. But his bodily presence is weak, and his speech is contemptible. Okay, it said they despised it utterly, man. You know, they didn't like it. So it's just this whole thing. They're not gonna like what we speak and how we speak when we out there. But when they don't come up and ask the proper questions, man, that lets you know already. We could deal with them. Deal with them. If you ain't got no time for it, shake the dust for them, you know, and send them on their way. So with that, I want to give all praises to you. How about you, my child? Peace, salutation to you, brother. Shalom.